if you're a seller in the market and you at that point now, you saying, okay, I think I'm ready to sell. You want to get ready for the summer move. School's gonna be out. Buyers will like to settle before school begins again. The first thing you really need is to call us up at 407-654-2626 so we can come out and do a pinpoint price analysis on your home. That's right, our pinpoint price analysis. Not a guesstimate, not a Zillow estimate, but a pinpoint price analysis. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our pre-sale property inspection for you, absolutely free. This is our soft home inspection. And what that does is that generates a checklist for you of all the things that you need to do to get your home ready to sell. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to have net sheets from the title company so you will have a great idea how much money you're going to put in your pocket. The next thing you need to do as a seller is to start the mortgage application process. Because you want to do that to avoid being a homeless seller. You need to start the mortgage application process. It's so sad when I had a buyer about 3 years ago. Well, I know my credit score great. I said, when's the last time you checked it? Well, it's been 3 or 4 years when I bought my car 3 years ago. I said, you need to check your credit. You need to check your credit. I just kept on, oh, no, I'm ready. I'm ready to put it on the market. I said, look, I'm ready to put it on the market. I'm ready to pull the trigger, but I'm not going to do it until you check your credit. I'm not going to have a problem. I said, Mr. Bank, you about to lose this account because I told you I'm ready, but I know my credit is good. Finally, the wife kept in and said, baby, we need to get our credit checked. We need to get it pulled. We need to see what's there. We haven't looked at it in years. Somebody has stolen their identity. And they had no idea that their identity had been stolen. So you want to get that approval done in that process. The next thing you want to do is you want to start the spruce up on your house. Like we say, Glenn, showing your home is like going on a date. Appearances do matter, people, okay? You don't go on a date looking raggedy. Don't show your house with it looking raggedy, okay? And then you need to make sure you have contingency clauses to protect you while you locate your next home, or use our home swap program, which allows you to buy your next house before you sell your existing house. That's right, Central Florida. We have a program that allows you to buy your next house before you sell your existing house to keep you from being homeless. Oh, man, you know, that's sad, but on average, it used to be one out of every three deals would fall apart. But now in this market, it's more like one out of almost every 2 deals fall apart. It's like 3 out of every 5 deals is falling apart right now. Okay, and so the home inspector might find something that would be expensive for the buyer to repair, or the house appraises for less than the sales price, or there's an open lien on your property that's not covered by the title, or your buyer's financing falls through. The list goes on. As a matter of fact, we have a list of 99 things that can go wrong during your transaction, okay? And if you one of these situations and you don't have a good team backing you, it can end your deal in a heartbeat. So the first thing you want to do is, like we were telling, like we had the lady to do, to get a pre-listing inspection. You know, that's one of the ways you do that. To handle an appraisal, you want to make sure that not only are the terms right in the agreement, you want to know the cashability of your buyer. You want to make sure that your buyer doesn't have just enough money to close your deal. You want to make sure he got some extra cash. So if the house doesn't appraise, I just sold one down in South Atlanta, and the buyer agreed in writing to pay $13,000 above the appraised value. See, so we had a good cushion there. So if the property didn't appraise, my buyer can figure out, okay, I'm going to get my price. So now the bidding goes up. But if you don't make sure that you got a cashability buyer in there, when that appraising value goes up and the appraiser comes in down here, guess what? You right back down there. But by properly negotiating and making sure the buyer has cashability, I still wind up here. Might not be up here, but I'm still up here where all I really wanted was down here. So it makes you a winner. So you got to be careful about making sure you scrutinize your buyer. I have an email that I send the other lender, and the lenders love it and hate it because it asks them a variety of questions, and they want to tell me over the phone. They want to say, Harry, just let me walk you through the list. And they, no, I need you to fill it out, email it back to me, because I want it in writing. I wanted in writing that you told me your buyer had the cash to close, your buyer had the right credit scores, your buyer has been counseled on what not to do during the process so they don't lose their loan. I want you to give it to me in writing because I'm protecting my seller. And if you aren't willing to do those things, then your buyer might not be the buyer for us. Sometimes you need to evaluate your marketing and your agent. But whatever I say is don't get overly discouraged. There's still room to be a winner in this marketplace. So just give us a call at 407-654-2626, and we'll be glad to help you out through the process.